He's taller, greener, and statistically dies more often in Super Smash Bros. Than any other fighter. Yet ask the average player who the most famous video game hero is, and they'll still blurt Mario before you can even finish the sentence. It's wild, isn't it? Luigi has sold over 80 million games with his name on the box, rescued his superstar brother more times than Yoshi has flutter jumped, and still gets introduced at parties as the other one. How did the second most recognizable plumber on Earth become gaming's reigning king of second bananas? And why does every victory still leave him alone in the hallway outside the spotlight? That question, that enduring mystery of Luigi's place in the gaming pantheon, is exactly what we're cracking open today. From his humble beginnings as an unnamed arcade code in 1983 to a ghost-busting, kart-racing, terror-facing icon, this is the full, fascinating journey of Luigi. He's an underdog who, despite his incredible leaps and bounds, cannot seem to outrun his own shadow even when he's jumping higher than Mario ever could. We're talking about a character whose entire existence challenges our perceptions of heroism and fame. First, let's discuss Luigi's humble beginnings. The green afterthought, 1983 to 1989. Let's rewind to 1983. Arcade kids weren't cheering when a second player joined. Honestly, they were just impatiently waiting for their turn. Luigi began his life as a literal palette swap. No backstory, no unique personality, just a simple directive. Copy Mario and change the red to green. Shigeru Miyamoto himself later admitted that the green overalls were chosen out of pure technical necessity, because the hardware already had green in its color buffer. It was about efficiency, not character depth, that birthed the younger twin. Nintendo's internal documents from that era didn't even bother to capitalize his name on the first draft. He was an accessory, nothing more, like the second joystick on the cabinet. Can you imagine? But a funny thing starts to happen when millions of kids mash that player-to-coin button. They begin forming attachments. Developers, ever observant, noticed Luigi's usage stats spiked dramatically on weekends, often when older siblings begrudgingly dragged reluctant little brothers to the arcade. The seed was planted. Maybe, just maybe, this lanky green guy could be more than just a duplicate. He started to represent something to those player twos. A role, a choice, a chance to play too. Luigi stretching his legs. 1990 to 2000. Then came Super Mario Bros. 2 on the NES, and everything changed. Suddenly, Luigi could jump higher and float longer, though he did skid around like he'd stepped on a banana peel. For the first time, players actually argued over who got to be player 2. That extra hang time wasn't just a gimmick. It let you skip entire chunks of levels, opening up new strategies. It was also the first mechanical hint that Luigi's body was inherently different: taller legs, a lighter frame, and looser footing. These traits quietly stuck, showing up again in Super Mario World, where Luigi could flutter kick, giving him unique utility. And then, in Super Mario 64, he was mysteriously absent, a glaring omission that fueled playground rumors that he'd been locked away on purpose. Absence, it turns out, makes the fandom grow stronger, sparking imagination and speculation about his whereabouts. Meanwhile, Nintendo's writers started slipping subtle adjectives into game manuals. Luigi was timid, slightly clumsy, devoted to his brother. These were tiny breadcrumbs. Sure, but they were enough for players to construct a burgeoning personality. By the late 90s, fanfiction forums exploded with Luigi stories. The underdog had become a blank slate onto which gamers projected their own insecurities, their own hopes. He was no longer just a green Mario. In the hearts of many, he was us. He embodied that feeling of being the second choice, yet still having something unique to offer. Luigi's first solo gig, 1992 to 2001. In 1992, Nintendo, perhaps tentatively, handed Luigi the keys to his very own educational game on DOS. Mario is missing. The premise: Mario's been kidnapped, and his perpetually scared brother has to rescue him by learning geography. Reviews, let's be honest, absolutely panned the gameplay. It wasn't a classic by any stretch. Yet, kids who played it often remember two things. Luigi had a sarcastic talking laptop, and he actually saved Mario. The idea that the sidekick could headline a title, even a mediocre one, lodged itself firmly in the collective mind of the gaming public. It proved there was an audience ready to see him step up. Fast forward to 2001, the GameCube launches without a Mario title at release. Instead, Nintendo unveils Luigi's Mansion. You guide a trembling Luigi through a haunted manor, armed with nothing but a vacuum cleaner that sucks up ghosts. It sounds absurd on paper, yet it became an instant cult classic. The game sold over 3 million copies and introduced the world to Luigi's iconic falsetto yelp of terror. Now a beloved trademark, players watched him wipe ghost ectoplasm off his overalls and realized something crucial. Fear isn't cowardice if you keep walking forward. That tension, that bravery through anxiety, became the emotional core every future Luigi story leaned on. It was a profound character moment, showcasing his depth. Luigi, trapped in Mario's shadow, 2002 to 2012. The early 2000s should have been Luigi's golden age, a time for him to truly shine, but Nintendo kept slotting him into ensemble casts. Super Smash Bros. Melee famously labeled him the eternal understudy, a title that resonated with his perceived status. Mario Kart Double Dash paired him with Daisy, yet the marketing still slapped Mario's face prominently on the box. Even when Luigi got truly unique mechanics, like the bizarre, negative zone final smash in Brawl, or his higher traction tires in Mario Kart Wii, the flavor text often jabbed that he lives in his brother's shadow. Gamers internalized the gag. Memes painted him as the perpetual loser, the kid picked last for dodgeball. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy, reinforced by the very creators. Sales data from the decade, however, tells a different story. Luigi-branded games consistently moved solid units, proving his commercial viability. Yet headlines always compared them to Mario's astronomical numbers, framing his success as relative, never absolute. When New Super Luigi U launched as DLC in 2013, it featured a punishing 100-second timer and no Mario in sight. Hardcore players praised its brutal level design and unique challenge, but reviewers still opened articles with a lament. Mario didn't even show up. The underdog loop felt inescapable. Succeed, then watch the goalposts move, forever keeping him just a step behind. The year of Luigi and beyond. 2013 to now. In 2013, Nintendo made an unprecedented move, officially declaring the year of Luigi. It was a corporate acknowledgement that the second banana truly had Pio. This celebration saw the release of Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon, Mario and Luigi, Dream Team, and Dr. Luigi. Dark Moon alone cleared over 5 million copies and even spawned a dedicated amiibo figure, cementing his standalone appeal. Fans saw Luigi's name embossed on the box in gold foil and felt, maybe, just maybe, the curse had finally lifted. It was a moment of genuine recognition for a character who had long deserved it. But the shadow, alas, always creeps back. Super Mario Odyssey lets you possess a Tyrannosaurus Rex, a taxi, even a slab of meat, but no Luigi. The fans, ever resourceful, modded him in within days, proving the undeniable demand for his presence. Meanwhile, Luigi's Mansion 3 on Switch became the best-selling entry in the franchise, a critical and commercial darling. Yet award shows often snubbed it for larger, more traditional Mario titles. The pattern crystallizes. Luigi dominates when given the ball. Yet the ball is rarely passed without a subtle wink that he's still second string, still the supportive player. Alright, quick pause here. What moment truly made you root for Luigi? Was it a hilarious jump-scare scream from Luigi's Mansion, or a clutch cart win where his slippery handling somehow saved the day? Drop your favorite Luigi memory or triumph in the comments below. I genuinely read every single one while polishing my poltergeist, so don't hold back. Your stories are what keep this green hero's spirit alive. Why we can't quit the underdog, psychologists have a name for it, the underdog effect. It's that powerful human tendency to root for the competitor least likely to win, because the potential payoff, the emotional satisfaction of their triumph, feels so much bigger. Luigi embodies that principle perfectly. He's taller, but often portrayed as weaker, braver but perpetually terrified, victorious but frequently forgotten. His arc mirrors the experience of countless people who've shown up early, done the homework, put in the effort, and still watched the trophy handed to someone louder, someone more overtly celebrated. That deep relatability is precisely why speedrunners often choose low-tier Luigi in Smash tournaments, embracing the challenge. It's also why fan art of him clutching a gold trophy trends every March 10th Mario Day without fail. He's a symbol of quiet perseverance. Luigi Day, anyone? Conclusion. So no, Luigi will probably never truly escape Mario's shadow, but that's not because his brother casts it. It's cast by our own ingrained need to compare, to rank, to always identify a number one. Yet every time a kid instinctively picks the green team in Mario Kart, every time a new Luigi's Mansion lights up a dark living room, Luigi rewrites the underdog story from one of loss to one of enduring legacy. He's the taller twin, the higher jumper, the scaredy cat who still opens every ghost door, despite his trembling knees. And maybe that's enough. Maybe the mysterious, wonderful fate of Luigi is simply this: to remind us all that bravery is louder than billing. That quiet courage resonates deeply, and sometimes, just sometimes, Player 2 hits the switch first. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the greener side of the Mushroom Kingdom, smash that like button and consider subscribing for more deep cuts on the heroes hiding in plain sight. Until next time, keep your poltergeist charged and your jumps high.